Hi, I'm Peter, here with Mac's Big Wish, a tale that echoes the patience needed to find our place in the world. Through Mac's eyes, we learn that greatness comes in time, and every experience shapes our unique journey. This animated story invites you to witness the unfolding of Mac's path to finding his home, reminding us to cherish our individuality and wait for our time to shine. Let's get started. Mac, you sure are a cuddly puppy, said Mr. Puddleton as he put the little dog in the front window of Puddleton's pet rescue. Mac, cuddly puppy, screeched Roxy the parrot. Mr. Puddleton stroked Mac's soft fur. You're so snuggly, someone will probably take you home today. Just then, with a squish, squash, squish, a man clomped into the shop. He took a quick look at Mac, then squish, squash, squished straight to Sandy, the yellow Labrador. Just the dog I've been looking for, he exclaimed. You're going to be the best retriever ever. Mac watched Sandy scamper away. Outside the shop, everyone rushed about, except for one small woman. Her face looked sad, until she spotted Mac and stepped inside. What's your name, little puppy? Mac, cuddly puppy, Roxy squawked. I'm pleased to meet you, Mac. My name is Emma. Emma rubbed Mac's belly, fluffed his fur, and tickled his ears. Mac nuzzled Emma's hands, snuggled her cheek, and sniffed her hair. I wish I could take you home with me, Mac, said Emma. That evening, Mr. Puddleton turned off the lights and locked the door. He called out, Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody, Roxy mimicked. Mac curled up in his bed and gazed out into the night. The full moon looked alone in the dark sky. Mac, cuddly puppy, screeched Roxy at sunrise. That's right, Roxy, Mr. Puddleton agreed. I bet somebody takes Mac home today. Soon, with a click-clack, a woman walked into the shop. She click-clacked straight to Precious, the poodle. Just the dog I've been looking for. You're going to win first prize at all the shows. Mac watched Precious prance away. That afternoon, Emma returned to the shop. I thought somebody would have taken you home by now, Mac. She smiled as she stroked Mac's fluffy fur. I wish I could take you home with me. Mac wished so too. Roxy woke Mac up the next morning with her screeching. Mac, cuddly puppy. Surely someone will take you home today, Mac, Mr. Puddleton said. Moments later, a couple raced into the shop, their running shoes squeak, squeak, squeaking. They glanced at Mac and then jogged straight to Dash, the greyhound. Just the dog we've been looking for, they cheered. You're going to be the fastest dog at the park. Mac watched Dash dart away. Just then, Emma limped into the shop. She winced with each step, but her face softened with a smile, and her eyes sparkled as she petted Mac. I wish I could take you home with me. Mac wished she could too. One morning, Mr. Puddleton put a new puppy in Mac's spot and carried Mac back to a pen by the turtles. Maybe this is your lucky spot, Mac. But Mac wondered if he would ever be just the right dog for anyone. He couldn't retrieve like Sandy, or prance like Precious, or run like Dash. He was just Mac. He didn't feel special at all. Mac sighed. At least Emma would visit and snuggle him. Mac waited all day, but Emma didn't come in. Days passed and still no Emma. Days turned to weeks and still no Emma. Then one morning, a woman padded into the shop. Her name tag said, Virginia. I'm looking for a special dog, for a special job. There are some nice puppies in the window, Mr. Puddleton offered. Virginia shook her head. No. Perhaps one of these. Mr. Puddleton pointed to a pen of pugs. No, They won't do either. Virginia frowned and padded toward the door. I guess I'll try somewhere else. Suddenly, Roxy squawked, "Mac, Cuddly, Puppy." Mac? Cuddly? Puppy? Virginia laughed. "He's here in the back," said Mr. Puddleton, leading the way. When Mac saw Virginia, he wiggled all over and wagged his nubby tail. "Mac, you're just the dog I've been looking for." Virginia smiled wide. "You're going to be the best dog for a special job." Mr. Puddleton smiled, and Roxy flapped her wings as they watched Mac ride away with Virginia. Mac followed Virginia into a big room. "Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to meet a new friend," Virginia announced. "His name is..." Then a familiar voice cried out, "Mac!" "I'm so happy you're here." Emma beamed. "My wish came true." Mac wiggled in delight. His wish had come true too. It wasn't long before Mac made friends with everyone. He exercised with Ed and sang a song with Sally. He watched a Western with Wyatt and gardened with Grace. That evening, Mac settled into his new bed at the end of the hallway. It was warm and cozy. He looked out the window at the night sky. The moon was only a sliver, but it didn't look lonely anymore. Thousands of stars twinkled around it. A familiar hand softly petted Mac's back. Emma was looking up at the night sky too. "It's a big universe, Mac, and you're a part of it." Her eyes twinkled like the stars. "Good night, my friend." Mac closed his eyes and drifted off to sleep. He wasn't a good retriever like Sandy, or a prize winner like Precious, or a fast runner like Dash. He was Mac. He had the best job of all. He was a good friend. How lucky can a dog get? The end.